Do you think that you might have autism, but you don't know how to find out for sure? If so, then I want to tell you about something that you probably don't know about, because most people don't, that will make it much easier for you to get an accurate and authoritative autism diagnosis without spending a huge amount of money or waiting a year on a wait list somewhere. I am an autistic psychologist, and so helping people get autism diagnoses is really important to me. So, the thing I want to tell you about is going to help with that. It's called SciPact, and let me explain what it does and how it's going to help you. The biggest challenge in getting an adult autism diagnosis is that there's just not that many specialists who are trained to do adult autism diagnosis, and that's the problem that SciPact solves. See, this challenge is almost insurmountable when you are limited to just your local area, because in your local area, there might only be one or two people who offer that service, and they might be booked out years, or they might charge extremely high rates, and then what are you going to do? But what SciPac does is it allows you to connect with a specialist, a psychologist who is trained intensely on how to do adult autism diagnosis, but who happens to be located in a different state. SciPact is an agreement between most US states that allow a psychologist who is licensed in one of those states to provide psychological services, such as testing, to a client who is located in another one of those states. What that means for you is that you are not limited to the specialists in your local area who might be able to test you for autism. You could get autism testing from a psychologist who is in any of the PsyPact states as long as they have jumped through the hoops and enrolled themselves into PsyPact. So if you want an adult autism diagnosis, don't limit yourself to looking in your local area. Go on Google and search for Adult Autism Assessment PsyPact. And then when you include that PsyPact term, you will find a bunch of psychologists who are able to offer their services in most parts of the country and who offer specialized assessments and testing that can be done over the internet. So then, without leaving your house, you can get an accurate autism diagnosis. By looking for PsyPact psychologists, you have so many more options. You can find somebody that has immediate availability. You can find somebody who might take your insurance or offer an affordable rate. You can get an autism diagnosis in a much better way than if you just limit yourself to your local area. As a bonus, this also applies to therapy. You can search for any kind of therapy that you need, plus the word PsyPact, and you can find a psychologist who is able to treat you that might be better than the folks in your local area. Go search for that PsyPact psychologist. I think it might just change your life. If you found this helpful, please drop a like. If you want more like this, drop a follow. And if you think somebody else might find it helpful, please forward it on to them. Dr. Dan, signing off.